Guys, in this video I want to talk about this weird looking tank, okay? So when you buy one of these, you think that you're just going to be able to just grab one and then power it and connect it up to your Arduino or your Raspberry Pi, and everything is going to be smooth sailing. But in reality, what you'll find is, number one, to power it, your regular AAA or AA batteries will not be big enough. Look at the difference in size. You will require a special battery that you can probably only get from China or whatever. I'm not sure if there's a battery that you can actually buy in the US that'll power this. But as you can see, what it comes stock with is this ridiculously huge battery system. On top of that, these motors here are not your standard motors that will work with regular power, so you'll have to have one of these buck converters in order to figure out how to power them. And I'm not sure if they're 12 volt, but they could be 12 volt, which is a lot more than what you are used to when using standard servos and whatnot. So that's another drawback. On top of that, as you can see here, I've mounted these things in a weird way just so I could get these to have some sort of tightness to them. When you get this will be super loose if you try to install it in the standard way. And as you can see here, I've modified the chassis just to get it to work the way I wanted it to. Again, some people said that all you need to do is have some kind of tool, and that you see here, there's these like little tiny pins in here. You should be able to push these out and then make this tighter by removing some of these bits. But good luck finding a tool that's tiny enough and strong enough to push through there and actually get these out. I will try to do that in a later video, because somebody said that could be done, just to show how difficult it actually is for somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. So yeah, these are all different problems this setup has, and the only good thing it has for it is that it tends to be pretty cheap, and you can find it on most websites. For instance, this right here is Amazon, and you can get this for about $29, or you could shift over to Gearbest here and you could get it for about $44. So actually on a Chinese website it costs a little bit more. This is slightly different in some ways. If you'll see that the chassis itself is slightly different, but in reality it's just a bunch of rebranded parts that different companies from China are just rebranding and reselling. Here's another one, and this one has slightly better wheels than the other one has in its Gearbest. But then again, you can jump over to eBay, and eBay has the same thing, but this one is $47.50. So they're all roughly around $50. But why would you spend that much money on something that is actually absolutely horrible? In this case, this one does not come with a battery compartment, and this is Walmart right here. You can also jump over to a Chinese website such as AliExpress, and you'll find it here too. This one's super cheap on AliExpress. Then, of course, I think I think I had a Banggood. Banggood also sells this on their site too. So you can find it on all kinds of Chinese websites as well as American websites, but it's really not worth your money. And another thing that I was kind of interested to find out is I was looking for Taobot. And now if you type in Taobot into your search engine, as you can see here, what you will find is this: Universal Space Lines. So that's interesting. But anyway, going back to the product in question, I do not recommend this. I think it honestly should be taken off the market because it is terrible in its current state. It should be completely redesigned for it to be more user-friendly for beginners. You have to be pretty advanced to be able to run this, or at least have enough knowledge to know how to work a buck converter and power it with different power sources. So if you're a beginner, I would stay well away from this chassis. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.